Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hmm. Interesting morning. Interesting weekend. Very interesting. Why does everything seem so sus now going into the open? Everything. This was a really good bottom curl actually on VHUB. 1 second. Can't seem to get my thing to mute. Okay, there we go. I blame you. What did I do then? What did I do? What did I do? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and ready to make some monies. Yeah, this is a really good curl up the bottom there. Really, really good curl. I mean, that thing's testing so 1350, 1360 next resistance, but really nice push though. Way too close to the open though to be taking that gamble, but nice push. Blaze is the only streamer without an Epstein or gold server in the in on on the thumbnail. Yeah. Yeah. If I did that, all it would do, honestly, Sid, would be to bring people to the community, or just just bring unnecessary drama. We just want to make monies and have fun. That's it. I'm sure conversations like that will come up though eventually, but yeah, when we're bored, not we don't want it to be a distraction. Good morning, good morning, good morning. There's a lot of profit taking going into the open. A lot of profit taking. Fuse is consolidating. Yeah, there are quite a few names that are consolidating them, right? So, Fuse needs to break above 245. Like, it really needs to break above that level to gain a bit of attention. Like, I don't mind what it's doing there. I think the only concern will be once we get to the open, right? You're kind of sitting in an interesting spot. Like, two things happen: either the market opens and we're sitting at the VWAP when we pop to the resistance, or we drop to the 200 EMA. Right, so those are going to be the two potential levels there, and yeah, we'll see. Hopefully to the upside. Again, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And there goes VHUB, right? Like I said, I don't think going into the open when it's running like that to resistance, you don't want to take that gamble. It's just not worth the risk. Fuse was a social media hype. There wasn't really any news on this one. So, when you see stuff like this and it's sitting at a double top, you definitely don't want to be taking that risk, right? You want to be taking those profits on ACCL, right? So, when a stock is pumping for no reason and it's at resistance and it's looking weak, you don't stay in there. You're going to regret it for the most part. For the most part. Alrighty. For some reason, some of these. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, so Bitcoin obviously crashed over the weekend. Why? I don't want to say why. We crashed all the way to 74, guys. $74,000. 74. 70. I see. I wish it was still at 74 this morning so I could buy some more dipskis. But of course, they want to bounce it. It looks a bit, weak. So I think we might retest the downside again, but who knows? Exactly. Exactly. SCAM. Not saying anything. Not saying anything. But we shall see. Eventually, Bitcoin will go back up. But now it's a scam. How low do we go? Who knows? The fact that we're having such a hard time bouncing back above $80,000 almost leads me to think that we might, retest the mid 70s to the lower numbers. Right? I think a lot of people are looking for like dips between 75 and like, closer to 60K. A lot of people are hoping for those dip skis. And if it's dipping to those areas, people are going to be buying the boycott this crap. Seriously, just like bull. Rubbish. $51,000, Jericho? Dang. If we drop to 50K, my goodness, imagine the chaos. Imagine the chaos. I mean, at that time, at that point, I hope we still have monies to buy dips. Sheesh. This has happened quite a few times, though. We've gone from 20K to like 4K, from 69 to 15K, right? So this seems to be a constant thing with Bitcoin. Doesn't help its case for store of value, though, does it? Doesn't really help. We don't need volatility like that. This might be at least you hope this is the last time they scam it like that, but not it's not helping. Anyways, again, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. The market's open in 3 minutes. Question for you guys in the chat. Question for you guys in the chat. What's your favorite stock going into the open? What is your favorite stock going into the open? You heard 75 early this month. Now you're hearing, yeah, that's what happens though, right, Gabrielle? Like, the more the market dips, the more people look for lower numbers, you know? It's always like that. People call for dips, like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna buy the rubbish out of this at 80K. But once we get to 80K, they're like, and there's usually a reason why we get there. So you look at that reason and you're like, maybe we go to 75. Oh, maybe we go to 50. It's always like that. You just have to, if you like something, you just have to scale in. Because if you're looking for that perfect number, if you're looking for like, oh my, I'm waiting for 50K exactly to buy, what happens if we don't get there, right? What happens? Just like when the S&P was crashing in April, last April, and everybody was waiting for a specific number. If you were waiting for a number, you ended up missing out on a massive rally. So, yep. So IPW $5. Okay. Thank you, Sid. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I needed to get a haircut. I needed. You know. Yeah. Anyways, thank you. Thank you. I'll pull up IPW. Thank you, Haley. Thank you. Thank you. Get well soon, please. That's a good entry. The float is super low. I think you can kind of tell, Tiffany, that the price action on this is going to be a bit crazy. But see if you can break above that 630 supply zone if you can at the open, and then you might get a lot more volume. You're stalling obviously at resistance for now, right? So more of a double top. So let's see if we can break out of that range. Again, we like the DKI. This was one of the best ones in pre-market. We're gonna need a brand new breakout though, or just consolidate above $1.20. So again, we like this one. So again, $1.20-ish resistance, unless we can break and consolidate. Your support is gonna be closer between 95 and 90 cents on the way down. Alrighty, so try not to FOMO in the middle of that, move. Cool. So again, closer to the 90s, and then or a break above $1.20. Cool. VHUB is clearly feeling at resistance. AQST, not very much there yet. And we're bouncing up the 200 EMA on ACCL, but that thing needs work. Support closer to $1.50 for now on that one. Fuse is still stuck in the middle. So we talked about like the upside and then the downside. So 270 versus $2, right? But it's gonna need to break a downtrend here. So if you can break this downtrend, maybe that's gonna signal the push, which it looks like it's doing, right? So if that candle can maybe close above 245 there, maybe we push to 270 there on FUSE already. Cool. ELPW is halted up, by the way. It's halted down. Yeah, it's in just such a weird spot though, Tiffany. Look at that, right? You can see the T-Rex and you can see the stalling in the red zone. All of those candles. People usually take profits at the open. Fuse is doing what we needed to do in terms of like breaking the downtrend and then pushing. So my only concern again for now is, as usual, the market just opened, so be careful. But it broke the downtrend and it's pushing to the upside. But again, market just opened, so if you feel like you want to be safe, just sit on your hands for a second. Sit on your hands for a second. Yeah, those candles are a little bit crazy. Feed. Yeah, no, ELPW guys, if you missed out on I mean, we said this before we left the stream last Friday, didn't we? There it goes. 264. Again, this is the only stock that's breaking resistance. Are we surprised, guys, that it's popping like that? We're not really surprised, are we? Right? So we broke out of that range and then we popped to that 270. Right? Again, we say this every single morning. The one stock that's gonna cook is the one stock that's gonna break resistance. Where's the resistance? Well, your resistance isn't always a high level. Your resistance is this, right? It's a trend line. So in this case, we now need to close above 270, 275-ish if we want to push. If we want to push some more. Alrighty. So we need to start breaking. I'm gonna move this line a little bit lower because I like, yeah, so right there. So 275-ish. Alrighty. Did anybody FOMO into the downtrend break for Fuse? Anybody FOMO into that? DKGI is halted up, but again, guys, are we surprised? Right? Market just open. We know there's resistance at $1.20. Don't touch that thing at $1.20 unless it breaks out. Where's your support? Closer to $1 to 90 cents, 95. So it just dropped to the bottom and halted down. Right? So is that a surprise? Nope. Nope. Right? That's actually where your first support is at. Now it's halted down to who knows, right? And then Fuse is also popping to resistance and failing at resistance. Like this is just, what happens at the open, right? Just chaos all over the place. Hold up, hold down. So like I said, if you're not sure what you're doing, you definitely don't want to do anything. Did buy on at 70 cents. We're not at 70 cents. So let's see what happens at 90 cents after the on hold, Gabriel, right? Let's go. Tight stop loss. Did you not take your profits then, Brian? Should have taken those gains. But again, you should be good still. And this is the only one that's testing resistance for now. So hopefully we can get a breakout. Come on, here we go. If you're holding Fuse, type yes in the chat. I think Pyro's in this one too. Again, so just be mindful though, right? That 270-ish area is gonna be your resistance. So it was faster than you? Okay. Yeah, you're still kind of sitting around that resistance. Alrighty, so make sure you have a plan, please, and try and stay green. Yeah, so it looks like we're getting rejected at that double top, triple top, whatever you want to call it. We've been to that level quite a few times, and we need to break it. But again, this is looking okay because it's actually testing the resistance, right? But we do need to break out of there. Alrighty, so this is looking like the better name for now, right? Because we're at least fighting to push up, fighting for its life. Come on, where's Mr. Market Maker, guys? It's Monday, Mr. Market Maker. Show your worth. Show yourself. Show your worth. Come on. So again, a lot of selling going on up there at 270-ish. A lot of selling. Up and down and up and down. Up and down and up and down. Again, 270 resistance. And it looks like we're going to come all the way back down and retest the VWAP again. Let's see. 9 is halted up. Yeah. A DKI is still halted as well. VHUB isn't really doing anything. Right, so let's see if we can stay above the VWAP on this one. ACCL, still weak, right? AQST, nothing, weak as well. That thing needs a breakout. IPW, unhalted, still dipping. So a lot of these names super weak. The only one that isn't weak and it's actually fighting right now is this one, Fuse. Right, that thing said and we need that breakout for confirmation of more volume. Needs to break out. Needs to break out. RPGL is like getting a nice little pop there too. RPGL. Come on, Fuse. We believe in you. Don't disappoint us like this. Come on. There we go. Come on. Don't disappoint us. Come on. Give us the breakout. Give us the damn breakout. We don't have time for this. It's Monday morning. Anyways, you can see that level's resistance, guys, right? So if you're in a position and you need to make a decision, you make the decision, right? So every time a stock gets to resistance, you have to decide: do you sell it at resistance? Do you wait for a breakout? Do you move a stop loss up? You have to decide, right? Because nothing's a guarantee. As much as we wanted to break out and go boom skis, it might not do it, right? So then you have to make decisions. DKI is unhalted, by the way, right? And what is it doing? It's kind of holding that 90 cents area, right? So, yeah, it's holding that area and it's back above $1. Surprise? Nope. It just did exactly what it was supposed to do, right? So $1.20 resistance, 90 cents ish support, and it bounced off the bottom for now. So that's good. That is good. Let's go, Olu. Olu from the. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome back, Olu. You should be good to go. Let me know if you need the link still. Alrighty. Let me know. Come on, Fuse. Fuse. I'll give you a 5-second countdown. Five, four, three, two, one. Boom skis. Where's the damn boom ski? Why is 270 so strong? Who's holding us back? Come on, Dan. Man the cannons. Enemies in sight. Everybody pick up whatever your weapon is. YouTube says no violence. No violence. But we need to come on, Pyro. Where are the shorts and where they're hiding? We need to find them. We need to find the shorts. They better pray. Pray, shorts. Pray, pray, pray. Let's go, Olo. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me know if you need the Discord invite. I don't think you do. It should update on its own. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back. So again, that thing is playing a lot of games at that 270, 275. Like we're going up and down so often. And here we go again for another test, right? So like I've said this quite a few times. Again, make sure you're moving your stop losses up at the very least. Alrighty, just in case we don't break out. Alrighty, we want to see a breakout. So so Raven can thrust for the post birthday, you know. But yeah, make sure you have a plan for your position. Here we go. 264 and another rejection. My goodness. Again, you can see the stalling there, so make sure you have a plan, please. Pretty please. Alrighty. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Again, 270, guys, for the 1 million time. Oh my goodness gracious. Jesus Christ on a motorbike. Where's the breakout? Now Raven's here. Maybe we pop. Come on, Raven. Buy the floats. Here we go. 270. Again. And someone sold it again. Where's our friend the market maker? Is he sleeping still? Come on. There we go. There we go, guys. New highs of the day. And immediately we're back to playing to the with the bottom again. Can you tell this is, can you tell we like the stock? Can you tell we like the stock, guys? There we go. Boom skis. And what? And thrust. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding fuse. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding fuse. Boom skis. Can you tell we like the stock, guys? We should have known. Light a fuse, Pyro. Of course he would be in here. Let's go. It's Monday morning. Let's make some monies. Let's make some monies, please. Can you tell we like the stock? And we wanted to go boom skis? Can you tell? Come on now. 320 is our next resistance there. Be mindful. Alrighty? Keep moving those stop losses up, please. Keep scaling out. And let's keep making some monies. Alrighty? Fuse, 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 fuse. Everybody. Fuse, 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 fuse. Everybody. Boom skis. Booms. Anyways. Okay, let's see if we can kind of consolidate above $3. See, or at the very least above that 270, 270, whatever. Alrighty, and then go from there. Yeah, Pyro, I figured. It looked good, right? Again, like this is the only stock this morning that's broken out of resistance that we were paying attention to. So we have to pay attention to it. Alrighty. So again, this was the only stock at the open that broke out of resistance. When I say resistance, I don't only mean like the top, but also breaking a trend line is breaking resistance. So that is good. Alrighty. DKI is still in that same range, so there's no breakout there. VHUB trying to. It's done a good job with the bottom actually, right? Closer to 11. It needs to break above 1320 though, and then push for 1420, which is where the VWAP is at. AQST dead, sleeping, dead. ACCL dead. You know what's not dead? Fuse not dead. Come on now, give us a halt up so we can thrust. Bitcoin not dead, but dead. Look at that. SPY came all the way back from the abyss. You have no idea. I was so excited for these dips coming into Monday morning. I'm like, come on, leave Bitcoin at $73,000. Leave SPY at 680, whatever, 683. And then we show up on Monday, dips gone. Criminals. Dips gone, guys. Unbelievable. VHUB is halted up. VHUB is halted up, so they just popped it. ELPW keeps dropping news, almost like they're trying to pop. Oh no, they did an offering, guys. $7.6 million offering. Yup. Guess what? Guess what? Is the thing is what? Debt. ELPW. ELPW. Elon Power. Actually, it's what's funny? Like it was already down 86%. So can you like think of like look at this, guys. That stock is at like $2. $2, right? When we played with this on Friday, again, when we left the stream on Friday, we told you to join us in Discord. Why? Because crazy things always happen on Fridays. This damn thing went from a dollar. I mean, like not just a dollar, guys. This thing went from 40 cents, 40 cents, from 40 cents to $15. News? No news. I was pretty sick. That was a nice pump. And then, obviously, now it's gone to the abyss. Back to $1.90. Again, surprised? No, shouldn't be, right? Do we like Fuse, guys? Of course we like Fuse. Is Fuse our favorite stock? Of course it is, right? Let's go. Ooh, damn, guys. Ooh, damn. Ooh, damn. Ooh, damn. Ooh, damn. Ooh, damn. Ooh, damn. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Fuse. We believed in you. We knew you had all this juice in you, you know? You just had to yeah. Again, type yes in the chat if you're still holding Fuse. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding Fuse. Because the Fuse just went Fuse Machines. I mean, we should write the full name, Fuse Machines. Sometimes the names are very telling. I'm a Fuse machine. And the damn thing isn't even halting up so we could thrust, That thing said, Raven, not today. Not today. Congratulations, everybody. Keep moving those stop losses up, please. Alrighty. Keep moving those stop losses up, please. Come on now, Brandon. Come on now. Come on. Stop comparing Fuse to Chelsea. Unbelievable. Rubbish. Anyway, so let's see if we can close the next candle above $3.50. 350. Love it. Again, congratulations, guys. This is the only way to start the week. The only way is the Boomski way. The only way Let's go. There goes 360 at the top of that candle. The golden candle showed up there for a second, and it's still kind of there. So we'll see where that thing ends up closing at. But beautiful, 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 beautiful. Love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Again, hopefully you guys can look at this though, right? Because again, like I get this question all the time, and we try and explain this because there's no secret here, right? If you guys make money, everybody's happy, I'm happy, you're happy, so again, again, like I get this question so often, right? When the market opens, like, how do I know of all the names I'm looking at, how do I know, oh my gosh, how do I know that between this and this, right? This one's halted up, which is good, and this and this and this and this and this, forget about spy. But how do I know? And we've talked about this quite a bit, right? When we get to the open, the two most important things at the open, the two most important thing. I'll let you guys answer the question, right? What are the two most important things at the open for us? The two most important things, right? When we have too many names to watch, what are we looking at the open? My stop loss high and stock drops a little and then it hits, yeah, especially at the open, Cam, right? VHUB is unhalted, so that 1420 we just talked about, it hit it. Right, so we broke above that 1320, which was the double top, the 200 EMA, and then straight to 1420. So VHOP is looking very good. So congratulations if you're looking for this one. Thank you. Right, so yeah, you guys are missing one, but right, you guys have the most important one. Right, you have the most important one. Think about it. Like think about that. Right, we're retail. What's our favorite thing? We're here to play momentum, right? So when I'm looking at 10 different stocks at the open and I'm like, this one is going sideways, this one is going sideways, this one is going sideways. Oh, this one is breaking out. Where do you think I'm going to go? Where do you think I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go to the one that has the vibes, right? So when you're doing anything at the open, two things. You guys missed the other one. The stock has to be consolidating or like crash and consolidating coming into the open, or it has to be breaking out. If it's not doing any of that, we don't care, right? People go where the vibes are at. People go where the money's at, right? Come on, Pyro. People go where the money's at, alrighty? So when you break out like that, the FOMO is gonna kick in. So when you're trying to, be a magician and pick your favorite name in pre-market and not, be adaptable, then sometimes you're gonna end up missing it. Because that's another thing I hear all the time, like, oh, but I picked the wrong one. How did you pick that? Guessing. Uh, can I get the Discord update, please? The Discord update. Discord update. What do you mean? What do you mean Discord update? Like a Discord link. I'll send you a link at the bottom of the chat. You might still have to connect the Olu. You might have to connect as well. I think you should be. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Click that link and connect. So there goes Fuse, guys. We're retesting now to the downside, right? So resistance at 350, yellow candle, supply zone, stalling, and then dip skis. Alrighty. So nice push, stall, and then a bit of retracement. So let's see if we can find a base around $3 and curl. If not, then we'll find a different level. The S&P looks very strong. This thing is a beast. This thing is just a monster. That thing said dips. I hope you bought the dip skis. You took profits, Brian. Well done. Good job, guys. Yeah, good jobs. The spy looks very strong. This one's still halted with that offering. Surprise. Speaking of GLD, what is gold doing? Is it still red? Yeah, bit of a bounce, but redness for sure. We're just looking for consolidation on Fuse here for the potential next move. You sold half mobile. Congratulations. On the daily, okay, sounds good. Yeah, on the 1 minute, the next most important level will be between this 350 and 360, right? So we need a brand new breakout for volume to kick in. RPGL is halted up, by the way, right? So we've RPGL. We haven't really looked at this one, but we mentioned it, and some nice higher lows in a breakout. So 90-cent breakout, and then people FOMO'd into it. FOMO'd, FOMO'd. There's a little bit of unusual volume on some of these stocks look like super weak, but they still look okay to me. Yeah, there's a little bit of unusual volume on MTEN. Um, the volume is super light on this one, but a little bit of unusual volume there. Hmm. Yeah, but it needs to break out though. It needs more volume. It needs a 220 breakout. So maybe just keep a side eye on this one in case it breaks out. Alrighty, and Fuse is still the main name for now though. So more of a retest of $3 ish, and now we're bouncing back up, right? So you can always use these psychological levels, round numbers, because that's what a lot of people do, right? So you take advantage of that, and yeah, just in time for 40%. Let's go, Sam. Well done. Good job. Love it. Yeah, that's a good way to start the week. With some monies. Yeah, good way to start the week. Yeah, Fuse needs 342. Yeah, it needs to break about 350. But yeah, did you make monies, Bedsville? Did you make some monies? Looks like DKI is trying to bounce off that 72 cents ish area. See if it can actually stay above it. We'll come back to this one. Let me take a look, Kevin. So you're in KZN. Um, after being known for one stupid mistake in London, attention to yeah, Alex, you're up 30%. Okay, good. Yeah, see, that's why it's a good thing though to cut positions when they're not working, because you cut it and then you go to something else and you make the money back, right? So, anyways, Kevin is in 128 is your entry price. Kevin, not the biggest fan of your entry because I don't think you really waited for that thing to find a base. You just kind of jumped in, right? So, for now, I would say watch $1.20. Alrighty, $1.20 is your low of the day. Watch that level really closely. So you're basically risking 8 cents here, which isn't horrible. It needs to stay above $1.20. If this thing breaks below $1.11, you're dead. Not the stock. Alrighty, so watch those two levels. Those levels are gonna be important for you. Alrighty. Sheesh, there's a lot of chaos. Roma's halted up. ROMA. We played with that thing back in the day. Roma Tomato. DKI is holding off the bottom there, guys. Alrighty, so that 72 cents is holding for DKI. It's trying to curl. Downside is you're below the VWAP and the 200 EMA, so it really needs to get back above 90 cents to start looking good again. But it's trying. It's consolidating and curling, so we'll keep an eye on it. And then Fuse still needs to consolidate. Was cutting the loss since yeah, much better. Yeah, it really makes a difference. Right? You can cut a stock, you can lose 30% on a stock and then go to Fuse and cook, right? And be green for the day, right? So sometimes it feels horrible cutting a loss, but then you get rewarded for it. Yeah. You in at $10, Benjamin, or what's your question? Your average cost on Fuse is $3.42. Needs to get above that. Your average cost $3.42. One of these days, I'm gonna show up at somebody's house and slap the rubbish out of them. Slap the rubbish out of them. So while we were here saying fuse, 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 break 375, that was the breakout spot. You waited for the yellow candle at 350 resistance and say, "Yup, son of a b, I'm in." you waited for the supply zone and a little bit of stalling, and then Betsville, don't make me find you. Okay? Do better. Don't make me find you. Don't make me find you. Unbelievable. Anyways, yeah, let's hope that we can consolidate and curl. We're kind of trending down a little bit on a really small time frame, but I don't, we're definitely not dead yet on this one. So, already, I think worst case scenario. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but I think the expectation is that once we break above a big level like this, we want to come back and retest it. So if it maybe wants to come back and retest that level, but I think most people are hoping that it can consolidate above $3 instead. So we'll see what happens there. Alrighty. So we still like that name. Alrighty, and yeah, we shall see. RPGL is unhalted and stalling below $1. I was in the yeah, okay, yeah. Let's hope it can go back up. So make sure you have a stop loss, like Pyro said. Betsville, unless you've scalped it a few times, because that name has been spammed a few times. So unless you've scalped it a few times in some nice profits, but still, make sure you have a plan, please. Make sure you have a stop loss. RPGL is going for that $1. $1. Dan, what did you do to the markets? Why are they selling off? And why are we not surprised? BTOG halted down. That was the recent IPO. So again, Fuse, in the midst of all this chaos, Fuse is still looking like one of the best names, isn't it? There's Dogs is popping. Dogs is actually really popping there. I wonder why the dogs are popping. But anyways, yeah. So Fuse, let's get back about 320 here. 320. Let me pull up something else here too. Um, VHUB still looks interesting. So I want to come back to that at some point. But yeah, dogs just exploded out of nowhere. Like the volume was non-existent and then it just exploded. Now it's halted up. Sheesh. That's an aggressive candle. Who let the dogs out? Hmm. La, 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 la. You sold dogs too soon? As long as you made money still. Yeah, no, the RPGR got rejected at $1, but again, that's a pretty strong level, so shouldn't really be a surprise. Fuse is fighting to get back above $3.20 because that's also a psychological level. So break above that 320, and then we can start pushing to back to that 350 to save Betsville. Okay, so 320. Come on now, you can do it, Fuse. You can do it. Roma's halted up again. Oh my goodness, we have so many names halting up today. So many stocks. Green Roma Tomatoes. Actually, it's not a tomato company, it's a finance company. Roma Green Finance. Sure. Bet you if you looked into the company, anyways, we're not going to say anything. Those are some nice green candles, though. The volume, pretty low. Pretty low. So the issue you're having here with Fuse is that you have resistance. You have resistance at $3.20. Alrighty. 320. So we're gonna need to break and close above that at some point. If not, we're gonna start to trend down here. Yeah, look at that. BTC follows the markets very nicely on the way down, which is concerning because as much as BTC is all the way down here, the markets are still all the way up there, all the way up there. It's an aggressive candle back up, Dan. Yes, Roma is halted up at 52-week highs, 495, 497. Austin, yes. When are they doing a split? SXTC. That's the question. When are they doing a split? When are they doing a split? So yeah, we're playing with this $3 area for now, but I think we need the break to the upside more, more than we need the consolidation. But it's doing a pretty good job of consolidating around $3 though, which is nice. Right? At 6.7. Okay. Yeah. No, I figured because that thing has some zeros. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Do you know when they're doing a split though? I think that's the most important thing for you. Come on now, get us back about 320. Let's get moving here. $3.20. It's a pretty solid pop on the markets here. Almost back to the highs of the day. You want to know what Bitcoin did? Like, look at this. So this is SPY on the left hand side. It obviously dipped on news. Bitcoin followed on the way down, but does Bitcoin follow on the way back up? No. Why? No, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to talk. Okay. I'll. I don't want to. I don't want to. Should I hold or sell? You'd say you're down $2,000 on your position. What's the value of your overall position if you're down $2,000? We needed that hold up, Raven. We needed that hold up. Come on. Now we're fighting with that 320. Come on, Jay. Come on. Dogs unhalted? Yeah. Unhalted. Let me look at the daily for this one, Raven. Is that a bottom feed play? Kinda, huh? What's the float on this now? That's not the float, is it? Prop hell no. TradingView looks at this and says the float is 5,000 shares. No way the float is 5,000 shares on this thing. It's because they've done a split, so it's most likely messed it up, but interesting. If the volume ever kicks in for this thing, it might gain some attention. At the very least, the float is going to be low on this. So if it can break about 320, that'd be nice. They look so good, but the chocolate tastes like uh yup. Yup. Absolutely. Yeah. Dogs is halted down. Surprise. Look at this. Bitcoin's going down. SPY is exploding to highs of the day. Crazy, huh? Yeah. Crazy, 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 crazy. Okay, let me look at some of these other stocks then you guys are asking about. Again, I still like Fuse. Fuse just needs to break to the upside. Alrighty. So I still like this one. We keep coming back to this, but it needs to break. We need that 320 if it wants to push. Right. If not, we're just gonna keep going back and forth here and nothing's gonna happen. So again, we've talked about the importance of like breaking, levels, right? That's just how retail is. Like this, like for example, you look at the stock like this, it's not doing anything, but if it broke out, everybody would FOMO into this. So sometimes it's just not worth the stress. SXTC. Let me take a look. Nasty, nasty, nasty. This thing was popping this morning. Yeah, like there's no reason for this thing to pop. There's just no reason. They have a split coming up. Like, sure, it's popping today, but at this point, you're living on hopes and dreams. Alrighty, your hope is that they can do a split. They do a split tomorrow, a one for 150, 150, 150. So if you have 100,000 shares, divide that by 150, and then you're gonna be disappointed. But it's gonna be worth the same. Alrighty, it's gonna be worth the same. So there's no analysis here. There's nothing to look at, nothing to see, nothing at all whatsoever, other than they do a split tomorrow, and then at that point you hope they can pump after the split, right? That's it. Should I sell or should I hold? That's a decision you should have made already, though, right? That's a decision you should have made already when you got into the position. Now it's difficult. I'm not gonna answer that question. You know what I mean? Like again, I'm not gonna answer that question because I don't think you should be touching stocks that are about to split. Right? I don't think you should be in stocks that are about to split. Don't think you should be touching them at all until after the split, after the sell off, or if they look like they're gonna pump. Right? So you know you're down $2,000. Depends how much your entire position is worth. Yeah. As soon as you know that there's a split coming up, no, thank you, not touching that. Right? So not touching that, and you should have put a stop loss. Alrighty. So for now, you have some decisions to make. The reason why it's not an easy decision is because 90% of the time when a stock does a split, what happens? It ends up going down before squeezing, right? So if you're willing to go through that, headache, but most of the time they sell off. There's some, times where like a stock will do a split and immediately squeeze and like a really nice squeeze, but like it's a 50-50 gamble at this point, so there's no answer to that. But again, the fact that they have a split coming up is a problem. And then Efren, you're in FMST at 10.50. You're in at $10.50. FMST. This stock, $10.50. Did you buy this stock before? Before Moses, or did you buy before like into the split? Probably not 10.50, right? That doesn't help me, Efren. That doesn't like. This is why I ignore you guys in the chat sometimes. So now we're gonna sit here and wait for you, Efren. You're lucky nothing's squeezing right now. Unbelievable. Good morning, Steph. All these, one word questions and one word responses doesn't really help me. Okay, moving on. Yeah, no, Fuse couldn't break out, right? That 320 level we mentioned, you could see that the candles were stalling at that level. It just couldn't do it. And eventually, guys, eventually, we came back for the real retest, right? $2.75, right? Right there, right there, right there. So eventually, we came back to retest. So this is the biggest support level for Fuse, right? 275. Yeah. Let's go, Mayhem. How do I feel about it? What's your position, Red? What is your position? So again, it looks like we're retesting that level and holding, guys, for now, which is good, right? Because that's kind of the expectation, right? For now, at least. Efrain, the stock is at $2.10. I'm wondering how you got in at $10. Is my question. Alrighty. That is my question. Okay. Accept. 297. So again, back to $3, guys. Is that perfect or what? Is that perfect? This is how technical analysis is supposed to work, isn't it? I mean, it would be good now if we could actually push and create a brand new trend, right? But again, the expectation is that when a stock has major resistance like that and we really struggle, at some point it has to come back and test that level. It has to, right? It has one job, and if it can find a way to stay above that level, then it's still good, right? Spy is cooking there. Sheesh. My goodness. If you were looking at the markets last night, you would have thought today would be bloody. Then we show up and Spy's like, no, forget that. My name is in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a scam. I'm not. Bitcoin doesn't know how to follow the markets on the way up, but on the way down, very well. Okay, so Fuse is fighting for its life here. We need some names with a clear direction, huh? Yeah, Luna, me too. I was ready to buy some dips, and then I showed up this morning, and the dips were not dip skiing to the levels I wanted the dip skiings at. Yeah, yeah, exactly right. It needs to break above that level. Uh, what do I do with all my screenshots? Uh, I delete them. Yeah, I delete them. My computer is usually a mess until it's time for cleanup. Let me see if I can show you one of the windows. Let's do this one here. So for example, look at this. Right. So I mean, it's been cleaned up now. So like, this is just one of the windows. Right. So you can see like the more screenshots I take, the more they stack up. Right. They just start to stack up, and then they stack over each other, and then they just yeah. Anyways, but but yeah. Anyways, yeah. 44,000 on red messages. Yeah. Looking good, Spy. Damn. It's a very nice rebound. Very, very nice. Roma has been halted a long time, hasn't it? Halted a long time. No, if you're in at $1.50, Efren, you should be good. You're happy. Move your stop loss up, right? Try and stay above $2 already. Focus. Yeah, it's for when when OnlyFans goes IPO. Okay, back to Fuse here. Fuse is like one of the only stocks that we can still look at and be like, hey, like, this still looks promising. It looks weak, but promising still. Anyways, yeah. So as annoying as Fuse looks, we still have we're still testing that stupid supply zone at the top there, huh? If you bought the dipskis on Fuse, type yes in the chat. That was a pretty solid level, wasn't it? That was beautiful. Beautiful. So now we're testing 320 resistance again. So you have to decide if you take the, little scalpy off the table, right? You have to decide. So that was a pretty good spot, wasn't it? Again, it's just part of the technicals. The question is, are we going to break 320? Because we know 320 is a problem. Right there, that's a problem, right? It was a problem last time. It's going to be a problem again. So until we break out of that range, we have issues there. So hopefully we can at some point. But again, this right here, though, was good because it's kind of what we hoped for, expected, wanted. So we now need to break to the upside, though. And then we can get back to the party, the fuse party. And then we can start thrusting. Come on now. Do 315. Going once, 317. So There's a little bit of selling pressure coming in the closer we get to 320, right? Some people are going to take the monies off the table because it's resistance. And here it is again. So that thing really needs to find a way to give us breakouts here. We might need to start chanting fuse again, you know? Fuse, 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 fuse. Rubbish. Break the damn resistance. Unbelievable. Yeah, somebody light the fuse. We need Pyro to light the fuse again. Because Raven is too busy, celebrating birthday still. Shark. Hello, 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 hello. Fuse machines. Spire. So what are we? What, $2 away, $3 away from all-time highs again for the markets. MTN. We're gonna keep an eye on this one, right? So that $2 support, it needs to break about 220 for the volume to kick in. No, not anymore. Liver needs a break. Okay, good. But Fuse for now is still the main stock, isn't it? Right? But we need that breakout. I'm gonna delete these circles. Maybe they're acting as resistance. Superstition. Anyways, delete the circles. You want me to draw some arrows, guys? Come on now, arrow. Come on, follow the arrow. Follow the arrow. Follow the arrow. Follow the arrow. Follow. You're getting sleepy. You're following the arrow. Follow the arrow. Damn, how much does it take to break above the damn 320 resistance? Come on. Yeah, that 320 is a lot of people are selling right below that resistance. Again, that's the thing with, momentum trading and retail. When you have resistance from the left-hand side, right? You want to be very careful when we get there because a whole bunch of people are going to be selling at that price. Ready? A whole bunch of people are going to be selling at that price. 80 cents? Yeah. No, you definitely can be holding onto that stuff. You're going to regret it. With no news and a pump like that. Mm-mm. Yep. No, the easier entry was closer to that bottom, right? And then you have to decide at the top here: do you sell it? Do you move your stop loss, right? So at the very least, you don't want to be buying that thing at right below 320 because you know there's resistance there, right? So the easy play was at the bottom, and yeah, the easy play was at the bottom. So now we need breakouts. We need breakouts is what we need. The good thing for this stock though is that there's no competition. There is no competition. ELPW is halted up now. Nice. Mm, interesting. Very, very interesting. We're sitting right on top of the arrow. Wouldn't it be funny if we anyways. No, 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 limit sell at 67. Why those numbers, Alec? You're looking for a breakout and then a pop to the next level? Mm, I don't really like to like it works. I don't really like to trade like that though, Um I think that yeah, to have a plan. Yeah, I understand, but I think your plan also involves like a little bit of chaos. Mm, 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 mm. A little bit of chaos. I know the error is not working, is it? It's not working. Just wait though. Mm, mm, mm. Just wait. Just wait. Just because again, what happens if you get a crazy wick on the way up, Alec, and like it pops and then fills and then drops, right? Like the candle hasn't really confirmed anything yet. Yeah. Just wait, Bilal. Just wait. Mm, mm, doo, 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 doo. Damn. Come on now. Just wait, Bilal. Just wait. Just wait. Mm, mm, mm. Doo, doo. There's so much selling pressure below that 320. It's crazy. Again, that's the problem when when a stock has a defined level like that. A lot of people want to take their profits. What do we tell them? Just anyways. Yeah, no, so we're gonna need to break above that level if it wants to cook. So 320 resistance. Again, the easy play was closer to the bottom there. Uh low limit 302, of course, adjust like your limit is to buy at 302. Yeah, Roma is on halted, but that thing was halted and then just on halted and it's gone. This is moving like the other one from Friday, isn't it? Yeah, Roma on halted. Again, this is the type of stuff where you can't really play with. You just have to, you have to almost be brave and FOMO into that damn thing if you want to play with it. Yes. Cobra, are you in the chat as well? Let me let's see. Cobra, you yeah, let me know. Virus. Yeah, so again, a lot of selling pressure around that 320. So that level, you can tell how important that level is, right? You can tell how important that level is. But yeah, stop dropping stuff. Let's see. 40 million float with 700,000 volume. For Roma, your numbers are most likely off. Your numbers are most likely off. Actually, they shouldn't be off. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, like I figured they'd done a split, but no, they haven't done a split. Clothing, yeah, yeah. Sometimes things happen in the market, honestly, that we just can't explain. Yeah. 330 sell at 66. La, 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 la. Mm. Mm-hmm. Fuse, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? DKI is just giving us nothing, huh? It's been consolidating above 70 cents, 72 cents, but just not a whole lot of volume. MTN still needs to break out and show us some volume before it's ready to actually push. And then yep, we need some volume. Okay, that makes sense. So that 320 said, nope, you shall not pass. You shall not pass. Okay. But now, let's see if we can get a double bottom there, though. So SPY is stalling a little bit there, right below 696. And Bitcoin actually had a bounce because the market just kept going up, so eventually bounced. But when the markets drop, Bitcoin is right there. Right there. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, the issue with Roma is like it has very long halts and then it unhalts and then halts up immediately again, which is kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. ELPW is halted up again. Interesting. Again, price action like this is pretty silly. From 70 cents back to it's a really nice pop, but at the same time, it's a scary business. Yeah. Scary business. You said nope, rejection. Yeah, again, that 320 again. This is why, guys, when we're at resistance, you have to make those decisions, right? You have to decide. You again, we all know 320 is resistance. So do you sell? Do you move your stop loss? What do you do? Right? Always have to make that decision, just in case it doesn't do it, right? So, because as much as we can get excited and want it to break out, it never a guarantee. Alrighty, so let's see if they can give us some support between the VWAP and the 200 or something like that, and then curl. So this one again, I wouldn't say that it's completely dead yet. Roma is unhalted. Unhalted. So 745 seems to be the three candle top there. Yep. Interesting. Yeah, no, stuff like this is scary. Scary. So just be careful. Just be careful. Tomato paste. Yeah, look at that. I think said be careful. Nope, don't worry about it. Just FOMO. And it's gonna be halted up again, Roma, at 789. Crazy, huh? Yup. Halted up. This is so wild. So wild. So wild. Craziness. Is this another China name? Is Roma China stock? Let me take a look. Of course, it's from Hong Kong. Of course. No, 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 no. Yep. No, exactly, Joy. Yeah, no complaints, but yeah, just be careful with it. You did, Rumteen? You're happy now. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? There's no way to really read something like this. You just have to be willing to FOMO. You just have to be brave, you know. Fuse is trying to bounce up the view out there. Like I said, I don't think we're quite done with this one yet. Alrighty. You see if we can stay above the VWAP and or the 200 EMA and then go from there. Yep. mm, 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 mm. True, 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 true. Okay. Do, 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 do. AQST has actually done a pretty good job of coming back. We stopped looking at this one for a second, but it's done a really good job bouncing up the 200 EMA and just slowly trending up quietly. Quietly, AQST. You're getting really close to that previous high though. At the top of the supply zone, right below 450. That's a pretty solid bounce though. If anybody played with this one, 91. Okay, yeah. Do, 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 do. Okay. Yeah, no, Fuse was a lot nicer when we hit that retest level the first time and then failed. But then also really nice at the open once we broke the downtrend. This was the best move so far, right? So it was the downtrend break and the explosion. And then the breakout right there, the double top breakout, that brought a lot of volume. And now you're just consistently getting lower highs, right? You're just trending down now. So, and if you draw a downtrend, you're gonna see the downtrend on it, right? So even if the algo doesn't give you one, you can clearly see the downtrend. Every time you're creating lower highs like this, right? So every time you're creating a lower high like that, right, you are creating a downtrend, right? So even if it doesn't show up on the algo, it's still a downtrend, and the algo will tell you at the top there, right? So right there, downtrend. So even if the line doesn't show up, you're gonna know. So again, watch the view up, watch the 200 EMA on that thing. Yeah. Yes. The fuse was blown. But again, let's see if we can stay above these two levels because those are pretty important levels, right? For fuse. Very, very important levels. Very, very important levels. And Roma is still halted. And there goes the on-halt for fuse. 760. 310. 269. Andy? Okay. That's not bad. 780. Oh my goodness, look at that thing go. The candles are so crazy though. That's the dangerous thing. Like you can't really get greedy with this thing. Yeah. You just can't get greedy with it because like the candles look nice and then they dip and then they pop again. You just have to be brave. No, no, no. I like the problem with your plan. No, I like the problem with your plan though. Um, is something that we see quite often, right? Where like my issue with that is let's say this is the resistance you're looking at, right? There are times where like we get a wick above it and then the candle hasn't closed and then we immediately crash to the bottom. That's the only downside. So I don't mind it. I really don't mind it, Alec. I'm just saying, like, you want a better plan in that case would be like waiting for the candle to actually close on its own without being a scam candle. Alrighty, so that would be the fix. That would be the fix. There's some unusual volume in this other name now too. Let me take a look. This one's halted up again, so there's some unusual volume on CJMB. Is it halted up? You could tell someone was loading up on that. There's no news on it. Just someone was loading up and then they sent it. Interesting. And we'll come back to this when it gets unhalted. When it gets unhalted. Fuse, yeah, Fuse is trying. Has work to do though. Definitely has work to do. And then now Roma looks like it's finally dipping. Like dip. Again, be careful. Don't diamond hand that thing. Robert, that's a good scalp. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get greedy with it. 790 is really nice. Because if you didn't sell that thing, you'd be almost back to break even now for no reason. For no reason. We're getting so many halts this morning too. So many halts. Halt up, halt down. ELPW is unhalted. It actually popped to 135 and then came back down. So I'm surprised they haven't halted that thing. Oh, there it is. Halt down. Oh my days. Halted down. Is Roma halted down now too? Well, it's about to be. And it is halted down. 596. Yep. So a lot of these names that move quick like that, you want to be very careful. Bitcoin is actually popping there. So because the markets are dragging Bitcoin up, dragging it up. IBG is halted down now too. Yep. The haters didn't want to give me that 75, that 75, 74 area for BTC dips. They said no. No, you don't get it. Unbelievable, huh? And another one's halted down. Okay. Uh Trading is she's just not a that's why OT. I mean, you have to show her results though. I wanted to buy dips on the scam, Pyro. I wanted to buy dips on the scam. Don't worry, the dips are coming again. It's BTC after all. Just give it 5 minutes and then watch. Just 5 minutes. CJMB is unhalted now. Unhalted. That thing needs to deep skis. Needs to deep skis. Fuse, yeah, Fuse is coming back, right? Like I said, I don't think we're done with Fuse yet, right? Not above the VHUB, not above the 200 EMA, so we're not quite done with this one yet. See if we can get back above $3, then reclaim the throne of goldness. Uh, Omar, we just had that last Friday. Last Friday, 4,000% on ELPW. 4,000%. Let me see. Okay. Mm, mhm. I think doesn't want to give us those dips to that spot, does it? Hmm. It was close. Unbelievable. 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 So that looks okay. We'll come back to this one. Well, look at that beautiful curl on Fuse, guys. Yep. Fuse says, I'm not out yet, guys. I was just a blown fuse. I've been replaced now. Right? So I was just a blown fuse. I've been replaced. Again, you can see how like we get close to that level and it's still a problem, right? So Rinko, very nice. Good job. Rinko, what did you get in at? What did you get in at? And Fuse needs that volume, doesn't it? Needs that volume. There's a block at. Interesting. Roma is still dipping. Unhalted though. ELPW is going back up. So if you're scalping that one, that's not bad. And again, this supply zone, guys, with Fuse, you're gonna have some issues in that area. Okay. Yeah, so for now, this is more of a a scalp play than anything else. A scalpy more than anything else. Yep. All roads still lead to that 320 though, Kevin, which is the downside. So we'll see if we can stay above the 50 there. ELPW is still curling up here slowly, and it's halted up again. Roma is still dipping, yeah. A lot of these names just pump and dumps because there's no news on this, right? So then you just have a massive pump and dumps. Yeah, so look at that, right? You don't want to be diamond handing these things because you end up regretting it. Okay. So PBM is halted down, Roma is halted down. Nasty, nasty, nasty candles. Yeah. Yeah, no, when something's that high, you definitely don't want to be Rico, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Anthony, are you in a Cat X? So yeah, that's halted down. Spies are interestingly there. Dippings. Fuse is just confused. That's what it is. Confused. Come on, Fuse. What are you doing? You could tell. You can really tell Fuse is not done yet. Like this thing is just not done. Well, CJMB is like, nope, don't want to give you no more dipskis. No dipskis, CJMB. Said no dipskis. But it's also playing with this resistance at 240 though, so it's gonna need to break out of there. Kind of looks like it wants to. Up, 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 up. So let's see if that candle can break and close about 240 there, because then it might just signal a rally at that point. Yeah, so 240-ish is your triple top there in this thing. To $4? Why not? It needs to give us something that resembles a breakout though. Needs to give us something that resembles a breakout. Yup, there goes CGMB. 250. Did anybody FOMO into CJ? Anybody? The volatility, the volume is still a little bit lower, so it really needs to close candles above that 240 and just consolidate above it, just to build confidence. So again, you need some consolidation above 240. And yeah, like Fuse looks good. We still like Fuse, obviously, you can tell. But we need the boomskis. So the two names that stand out right now are Fuse and CGMB. There goes C. Oof, damn, CGMB. That thing said, "Excuse me, excuse me, sir, excuse me, sir." You could tell the way that the candles are moving that it has a lower volume, like how volatile the candles are. Like we hit 270 and then all of a sudden we're back to 250 in the same candle. ELPW is halted down, by the way. So the price action on some of that rubbish is not exactly amazing. Not exactly amazing. But yeah, if you're looking for a brand new entry on CJMB, it needs to consolidate a little bit above this 240. Alrighty. If not, just let it dip more. Cool. Yeah, it looks like it wants to run, but it also looks like it's not completely like it's not completely sure yet. So there goes the dip skis. Right? So it needs to consolidate or it just needs to dip. Yeah. Needs to consolidate or needs to dip ski. There goes, here comes dip skis. So the closer you get to $2, the better on this one. The closer you get to $2, the better on this one. Alrighty. Skyview, you're in at, sure, I'll take a look. You're in at $1.10. Oof. No stop loss. Come on, Sky. No stop loss. Zero whatsoever. Right? We stopped watching this thing because it wasn't doing anything at the open. And we talked about 90 cents being a big level and it broke below 90 cents. So we definitely stopped watching it. Yeah, I think at this point, if I was in that same position, I'd probably just put a stop loss below 60 cents and hope we go back up. Alrighty, back to the beast. Fuse the beast. Come on, Fuse. You can do it. If you're still holding Fuse, type yes in the chat. If you're still holding Fuse, type yes in the chat. Yes, 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 yeah. Most of you are going to be holding that. And it really needs to break out, though. Really, 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 really needs to break out. Hey, guess what? Bitcoin's crashing again. Oh, stupid scam. Because SPY is going down, right? Bitcoin just follows SPY like a crackhead. Anyways. So again, for CJMB, watch for closer to $2 for those dips there, right? Or solid consolidation above 240. Righty, so this one definitely has some more juice yet. The volume seems like it's definitely coming in there, so make sure you keep an eye on this one. And then Fuse needs to give us that breakout so we can just start cooking. Start cooking. Potential 420. I think so 320 would be the first break, and then we need to clear this previous high of the day first. before we even think of the $4 level, right? Um, so again, 320, and then closer to 360, 370, and then GME has been nice, and we've talked about GME. Like every time GME gets close to $20, it's like, yup, people buy the damn dip. We talked about that quite a bit last week and the week before that. Come on, Fuse. It's right there, but again, what's happening, guys? People are taking profits, right? When we get to resistance like that, people just want to take profits because they look to the left and they're like, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, right? Like it's failed right there and it failed right there. So guess what? When we get to this level again, of course, people are going to be selling. So it needs a bit of, it needs a big whale to come in and buy more than and then create that FOMO. So it needs to do something special here. Something special here. GME. ELPW is unhalted. Can't believe that thing is down 90%. That's so crazy. But then again, it's down 90%, but it's still well above the 40 cents that it was at, last week when this whole thing started. So it's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Why are you still holding GITS? Anyways, back to Fuse. Fuse. Hmm. You can do it something. You can do it. DKI is still holding off the bottom there, so back into the 70s. Yeah, that thing said, KB, see ya later. See ya later. Roma is just look at that. Look at this trash, guys. Look at that. Look at that. So that was a really nice run, but if you stay there too long, you're gonna be holding some really nice bags. Some really, really nice bags. And CJMB is still fighting for its life here. So let's see if we can reclaim that 240 level. Like I said, that 240 is really important. As much as we broke above that level, it did pop after the breakout, which is nice. But it really needs to just consolidate somewhere. Needs to consolidate. ELPW is now halted up. Goodness gracious. Every candle is a halt candle on this thing. Every candle is a halt candle. Pyres, are you in the chat? Let me take a look at let me take a look at GLD. Are these some? Let me take a look. I want to see what those levels look like again. Gold is down another 5% today, which is nice. We're retesting a pretty key level here, so I wonder if this is time to buy some dips. That's a nasty dip, isn't it? Look at that. I think it's lost. Yeah, I might buy some GLD dips here. Testing the 4 hour 200 EMA there, which is a pretty good level to retest. You can kind of see like the retest right from the past, right? The 200 EMA on the 4 hour or the daily, right? Test bounce. It's done that quite like so. I mean, the 200 EMA though generally is really like usually a fairly good spot. Actually, look at that. So the white line, right? Look at that. Every time we've tested so far, those have been pretty solid levels for some dip buys. And then if it breaks below, then even better dip skis potentially there. But yeah, not bad. Not bad, huh? Not bad. That might be an interesting spot there. So CJ is still fighting, and Fuse is also still fighting. Mobile, what's your question? What's your position? What's your question? Let me know. JTI is doing okay too. JTI. Uh, you're just checking the premiums. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Give us some nice discounts. Some nice discounts. Yep. Okay, CJ is back to testing that 240 resistance again. Retesting to the downside. Let's do. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. 1 second. Yep. Again, you can see like the problem with Fuse does like look at that, right? Like a lot of people are just selling it at the top. Yeah. So that's why I keep saying like when you get to resistance like that, you have to make a decision. Either you do the stop loss or you sell the position at resistance, and then if it breaks out, then you can always jump in again. Let's go, golfer. Mm, So that level is going to be really, really, really important. And here goes CGMB again. You could tell like this thing is volatile and it wants to go, but it needs to. It really needs to start consolidating above that 240. Unless the seller has yeah. I mean, MJ, honestly, even if you played with Fuse from the bottom there, though, you would have done really well. You just have to be aware of the resistance, right? Unless the short seller has sold some of the will make it into a long in the long position. No, I think scalp is the way to go with that thing. Scalp. Book map. Okay, well, keep us updated. Yeah, that's why I keep reminding you guys. From the bottom to the top, not a bad scalp at all. You just have to be willing to take the gains at resistance, and then if we do break out, then okay, cool, maybe. Then you can look for another position there. So yeah, those were some solid dips on CGMB, huh? So we came all the way back down to below 220, and then we're back to playing with 240 here. So again, you really need to consolidate above that range, though. Thank you, MJ. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, thank you. Yeah, we just talked about gold, potentially bouncing off this level, and guess what? Gold just gained 1%. Can we say that our anyways, I don't want to say anything. Somebody in the chat, criminal, Pyro has been buying the float. Look at that. That thing, if you can't really see it on this time frame, but as soon as you look at a different time frame, is it funny how like, us talking about gold, at that level was it just started to curl up the level. I blame Pyro for that. Look at that. We just went from 425 to 430 on GLD. Uh thank you very much. Thank you. Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Anyways, yeah, we'll see if we get more dips on the way down on GLD at some point. And Fuse is not giving up, is it? Right. This is why we keep coming back to Fuse. Right? Because as much as Fuse looks like it's having a big problem there, the stock also hasn't told me that it's given up yet. It's fighting for its life. That thing said, I know you guys don't believe in me. God does. Right? So until the chart tells me that it's done, we keep coming back to this, you know? So then at some point, like if a name like that is heavily shorted, at some point, if it can actually break out, it can create some really nice chaos. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let me know, Cobra. And again, CJ, you can tell the where we're having issues. MJ, yes. Uh, yep. But again, even if you're just scalping this though, and you're selling at resistance, like there's nothing wrong with that too. There's nothing wrong with that. On halt at a time. Yeah, ELW is actually like look at that thing. That's not a bad push, is it? Not a bad push. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. For some reason, CGMB doesn't want to actually stay above that level. Look at gold go still. I think it's still pushing. Have you seen Hundreds Monies? MJ, come on now. Have faith in us. I'm kidding. Anyways, yeah, no, just be careful with that resistance. But if we do break out though, so gold 431, solid bounce, solid bounce, solid. It looks like a lot of selling at the level that they should be selling. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. So I don't know why we're watching gold. Anyways, I don't know why. We need to. Where's Mr. Market Maker? Mr. Market Maker, your life depends on fuse breaking out. So make it happen. You've never disappointed us. Don't start now. Don't start now. Make it happen. We want to see breakouts. Okay? Deal? Deal. Make it happen. Ayo, Luke. Make it happen. MTN just sent out an alert. They're still pushing here, guys. Still pushing. Nice, huh? Nice. Anyways, MTEN, we wanted to keep an eye on this one because of the low float and the recent split, and it looks like it's popping now. Again, the volume in some of these names is so suspicious, but there we go. Fuse? What did we say, guys? What did we say? What did we say, guys? No, the candle hasn't closed yet, so we need to be closing above that level. Have some faith in us. This is Hut Trade's money after all. It's Hut Trade's monies. Come on now. Anyways, so nice push. We need to consolidate above the 320 and then send it. And then what? And thrust. And what? Come on now. Boom skis 330. Love it. 332, 330. Where are the shorts, guys? 350. Oh my days, guys. Have some faith in us. Come on, go. Come on. Have some faith in us. 350 is your next resistance, by the way. Let's go. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding a fuse. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding fuse. Yeah. Have some faith in us. We have a market maker in the chat after all. What do you think? What do you think the market maker is doing in the chat? Come on now. Has the market maker ever failed us, guys? Not one time. So, like I said earlier, right? Fuse never gave us a reason to think that it was dead, right? Just zero. Now we have the next resistance at 350. Be careful. Don't be FOMOing at resistance. You're gonna regret it. Alrighty? You're gonna regret it. So that looks good. Better. MTN, yeah. So keep an eye on this one. Like we said to keep an eye on this one earlier. Definitely still yeah. You sold half, Larry? Good job. Good job. Yeah, scale out on the way up, right? Take some gains on the way up, right? Yeah, 341 you sold. Good job. Look at that, right? People are just taking gains on the way up. Take profits on the way up. Are the shorts gonna regret it? Yeah. Anyways, MTN is still creeping up nicely there. Creeping up nicely. Yes, yes. Okay. So again, you can see we broke above one resistance, we hit the next resistance, right? That's just how technical analysis works, right? So we broke this level. So for the people looking for $4, again, we don't know that. Why? Because once we break this level, we now need to break this level. If we can break that level, then we talk about the next level, right? So there's really not a whole lot we can do about that. Not a whole lot we can do about that. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin still curling, and the markets are slowly coming back, which is nice, which is very very nice, very nice. And then Fuse the monster is retesting that 320. Oof, look at that. So again, this is why you don't want to be buying that high, because we've already had a lot of issues with this stock. So if you buy that high and it drops like that, then you're immediately panicking. Right? So you want to see brand new consolidation above 320 before you even think about this. Look at that OT. Give me a high five. Well done. Yeah. Good. Right? No diamond hands. 280, 345. That's a beautiful scalp. Congratulations. You need to show your girl that, because if she's saying you're gambling, show her that and how you did it. Tell her you're the goat. Yeah. Uh Kevin? Okay. Okay. That's not the worst thing. Not the worst thing. Not the worst. Yeah, you don't want to be touching this thing, especially with the issues we've had with it. You don't want to be touching this thing at resistance up there, because as soon as you do, it's resistance, and you get slapped, and then you're gonna cry when we come back down. Yeah, see, this is more for people scaling out of positions, and I'm really happy you guys are scaling out. So everybody, high five with my broken fingers, high five, finger. So good job, Arya. I like it. Where's Arya? Get her some cookies, please. The LPW, yeah, it's probably halted up again. Like that thing is just halting every candle. Dan Har futures today, yeah, it's halted up again. Oh, good, 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 good. Go, did you take some profits or no? ELPW, good scalp route. I like these scalps. You know what I really like. You know what I really like is, I think as a community, like, we're really evolving. I think like the first time we were streaming, like the first year we were streaming, it was complete chaos, because people like, and a lot of you guys have been here throughout the whole thing, right? Like when we were streaming like a while ago, like, and like we had like, obviously we started streaming, we didn't really have things like AMC going up like going for crazy runs. But then once the AMC like run came, like people just hated how we we didn't like the whole diamond hand thing. So like if you compare the streams, like our streams to other people's streams, like people would rather go watch streams that would tell them like AMC is gonna squeeze, the short interest is this, blah 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 blah. But then here we were saying, oh, this thing is, like it's breaking down, it's this. Like people just didn't want to hear that. So I really like the way that like we've all evolved to like being comfortable with that. Like, hey, let's take some profits. We see resistance, we take monies. Like look at Fuse. Like look at that, right? Are we gonna sit here and be like, oh, diamond hands, yay? No, it's a stupid double top. It's resistance. It's a red zone, right? If you're in this thing below $3 and you're selling at 340, 350, like that's pretty nice, right? Rather than sit here and pray for $4, why do that? You know? Yeah, exactly, Zilly. It's called reality. Like we want to do this. We want to do this for a long time. We don't want to just sit here and look for like home runs only. Because if you FOMO'd at resistance or you didn't sell this thing, congratulations, we're back to the bottom, and hopefully we go back up again. But at that point, you're just wasting time. So no. Virus. Let's go. Frozen. Welcome back. Uh, DM. Okay, let me take a look. Let me take a look. No, 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 no. So 20 Vados. Those are damn. Vados. I like those a lot, by the way. I like those, and I think there's only one that you're only gonna win with those two. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yep, yep. That's the type of play that gives you that virus. That's the type of play that gives you that. I like that. I like that a lot. Perfect. You're cold, Dan? Good. How's my finger feeling? It's okay. Like it's making progress. I've been able to play soccer the last 2 weekends without like really, feeling it. So that's good. Like so, it's made really good progress. Yeah, like I can do stuff without like feeling like being aware of it, which is good. Like I was able to do a little bit of weights at the gym last week. So yeah, so it's fine. Like yeah, the first week I couldn't do anything, but now I can. So that's good. Your previous message or futures on fire? Is that your previous message, Dan? Thanks. SPY is pumping there, back to the highs again. See if we can break out this time. See if we can get a breakout. Z breakout. And then BTC is fighting for its life there still. Yeah, DKI has been slowly creeping up, right? As long as it stays above that 60 cents. As long as it stays above that 60 cents, should be okay. SV, I have nothing to say to you. Nothing. I have nothing to say. Nothing to say. Fuse has been annoying, but a good scalper, Mr. Market Maker, gave us what we wanted to see. And I think most of you should have made money on Fuse today, right? Whether that was the first pop, that was the dip, that was the pump again, like everybody should have made money on Fuse, right? Unless you're buying at resistance. Yeah, unless you're buying at resistance. Bettsville, were you still in Fuse? Did you take your profits? Because I know you were in at 290. Did you take profits? I hope you did, because I should have made back all your monies. SanDisk has been a beast. A beast. We don't call them weights. What do we call them then? What do we call them? Unbelievable. What do we call them? Again, CJMB guys, we keep coming to this one, right? This is still a good stonk, right? So we still like this one. Alrighty, still like this one. It needs to break out though. Alrighty. It really needs to get back above that 240 and just consolidate. It's playing too many games for now, so that level will need to consolidate above. Bitcoin's retracing a little bit there. SPY, you can see the triple top, right? So it needs to break out as well. If not, they're gonna slap the rubbish out of it. I'm watching no position, but love the volatility. Can you pretty take a look, Chris? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. PBM. So you're not in a position, you're just watching. You like the volatility. Oof, this one looks like it can cause some violence, Chris. Oh my days. Yeah, this one's hard. And it's obviously halted as well. Right. So I think this is one of those names, Chris, where like if it turns around and it's pushing up, you might have to FOMO, right? Because like you can see it picks a direction and it runs in that direction for a while. So if that thing is fine, if it's breaking out above 650 and it's pushing up, you might have to FOMO and then you just be ready to jump out really quickly. Alrighty. Monies, monies, monies. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. When is this damn thing gonna go, guys? Mr. Market Maker, make it happen. Make it happen, Mr. Market Maker. CJMB wants to cook. Make it happen. Yeah, that 240 is such a problem there. And then fuse still dipping. Yeah, you're basically retesting the same spot again. This level is going to be so important, so important this time. So important for fuse. So important. OT, enjoy the rest of the day already. Enjoy the day. How do you know? How do you know if it's not Mrs. Market Maker? That's sexist. There we go. Well, there we go. 245. Make it happen, Mr. or Mrs. Market Maker. Yes. I don't know, cause Mr. Market Maker just here we go, here we go, here we go, guys. Boom skis. Here we go. So see if we can actually close these candles above. See if we can close these candles above that 250 there. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hmm. With that, Mr. Market Maker had enough of Mr. and Mrs. Yeah, I bet. I bet. You guys notice how again, like you guys notice how every time we say Mr. Market Maker, the stock, whatever stock we're referring to, starts to pump. Like, is that a coincidence or like what's going on here? Every time we say Mr. Market Maker, the stock we're referring to says thank you very much, goodbye. I mean, Fuse was a pretty good example. Solid resistance. When we say Mr. Market Maker, we break out of there. Boom skis. So yeah, watch this level, guys. I said this level would be important. That 270 level is going to be important, right? And then CJ is testing like the solid level here now, close to 270. So that level is going to be important. Here we go. Type yes in the chat if you're holding CJ. Like the stock. I don't know. I don't need to know the other things you're doing when I don't need to know the other things you're doing when Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Uh, Tune. Here we go. So we're testing that 270 resistance now. Fuse is back above $3, by the way, guys. Why? Because that's what Fuse does. That's just what Fuse does. That is just what Fuse does. Yes, 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 yes. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So 270. Funny. $2.70. Again, just be aware though, guys. This is a double top. Alrighty. Like I said, the dip's closer to $2. That was your play there, right? That was your play. Your play was closer to $2 on the dip skis. Now we either retest 240 or we break above 270 and actually close and then go for $3. Arya, give me another high five. Come on now. Let's go. Well done. Love it. Monies. Monies. I mean, honestly, for the most part, we've liked these two names, right? CJMB and Fuse, and these two names have given us some really good scalps. Some very good scalps. Thursday or Friday, wait until no, 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 no. Okay, sounds good, Andy. Sounds good. Yeah, you can see the double top though, right, guys? So you don't want to be buying at this level. This is not it, right? This is just not it. That's just not the level. Alrighty. Maybe we come back and retest this 240, but yeah, 270 is just not the level to be FOMOing at. That's a scale out level. Alrighty. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Chris, are you still? Did you get into this? PBM. Nice little curl. 3, 2, 1. What happened? What did Dan do? Dan, type something in the chat. Anyways, that thing is halted. You FOMOed, but you tried FOMOing and it halted. Yeah, like it's gonna move so quickly. Like it's gonna be so unpredictable to play with. So unpredictable. No. No FOMO unless breaking out. Yes, correct. Correct. No FOMO unless breaking out. If you're just gonna FOMO like that, you're playing with fire, right? Playing with extreme fire. That's why people say, "Oh, but I bought and it goes down." Yeah, like if you FOMO at resistance, you're gonna mess around and find out. You know, mess around and find out. Virus, there's something in the chat. Type something in the chat. Uh, that's because Virus always says that so he can time someone out. Look at that nasty drop, guys. But again, you can see the double top, right? You can see the double top, right? So again, 270 resistance. It doesn't break. It doesn't close above that level. Then you get a sell off. Alrighty, so let's see if we can find another base and then go for another run again at some point. SPY is still holding up, but it's holding up right at resistance there. Fuse, Fuse just needs to just do something. Just do something. And what's gold doing, guys? What's GLD doing? Let me pull up. Yeah, okay, there you go. So it looks like we hit the 200 EMA, and then we backed off. The 200 and then back down. The mute button. Taha, what's your position in BNAI? Let me know. What's your question? What's your position? Are you looking for position? Or you're in a position already? BNAI. I know that one has a history of always wanting to cook. What's your position? It looks good. Not for an entry though. If you're in it already, yeah, like because you're right below $30 there, and it's yeah. Look at that. That's a pretty nasty drop, right? Right below $30 there is not. You're not in it, yeah. Then you need that thing closer to like closer to 26 or something like that before you even think about it. Or maybe if it can break $30. Okay. Yep. Mr. Market Maker. CJ is actually coming all the way back down to test the bottom of the range. So this might be another scalp if we can find a way to get closer to that $2 again and then curl again. The swings are so wild on this thing, which honestly I don't know if we mind. Yeah, seriously, sudden. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Please take a second, smash a like. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Come join us. Alrighty, but yeah, smash a like, please. I'd appreciate that. I would appreciate that. Mm. No, no, no. 294. You're infused at 285. Okay, so you're slightly green in that position then. Slightly green. Slightly green. Mm, 10. Mm. 5 and high low example on and this one. No. Yeah, like I mean, so I think I would just be focused on that 200 EMA at that point, son. Yeah, just focus on that 200 EMA. You can tell we're approaching lunchtime because it's getting a little bit slow. BNAI is bouncing though. Back to 29. So it looks like it held that 27 and then came back to 29. So $30 resistance there. DKI doesn't look horrible. You just need to break above 80 cents and actually stay above it. Break and hold, break and hold. Alrighty. So break and hold that resistance, and then you should be good. Yeah, so watch that 200 EMA at the bottom there, Saturn. Fuse, Fuse definitely just plays games. And then, something give us a lunchtime boom ski. Lunchtime boom skis. PSTV with a pop there. Virus says I want an X65 S65. Let's go. Yeah, I know we looked at this already, but yeah. Yup. Virus, are you ever moving back to the States? You get a cheaper one, Virus, 2021. Are you ever moving back to the States, Virus? Ooh, that's nice. Some of the older ones are honestly not like. Look at this one. That's a nice, but this is a 2021, 2019. That's nice. That is very nice. This is what no, not that one. That's not what Virus wants. I drove in an S class like years ago. Like 2015 maybe 2014 13, I don't know. Yeah, that was the first time like you like I ever sat in a car that like you didn't have to have your hands on the steering wheel. The damn thing just wanted to do its own, wanted to move on its like, and it could like like the whole like reading the car in front of you and slowing down and stopping and then picking up from the red light. Pretty cool. Anyways, virus is already anyways. mRNO. mRNO. Yeah, it worked eventually. It's a nice pop though in mRNO there. I know Rob's watching this one like a hawk. Watching like a hawk. That's a nice curl though, right? Dipskis, curlies. And then 46. There goes mRNO. So testing that breakout spot. Yep, brand new highs. That's a nice breakout. It's very nice. No, not the lane control. Like it had the lane control, but so um it like it could read the car in front of you. You know how like you could like you can set the I guess it's kind of the same thing, Rod, but um you can set a speed and a distance between you and the car in front of you, right? So then if the car in front of you stopped, like if you were just driving in traffic, it could keep you in the lane and then keep you like within distance between the car in front of you, slow down and speed up and stuff like that, and then come to a stop and then start again, stuff like that. Yeah, same, I guess. Thought it was cool. So these candles just failed to close above the double top. Yeah. Frozen. Yeah. Yeah, adaptive cruise. So yeah, you can see the double top. You can see the resistance at 175. So it needs to close above that level. MRNO for the next push. Hmm. Rod, yeah. It was in the summer. Yeah. Once the roads are covered like that, you can't really do that. Yeah, no, it was in the summer. In the summer. Yeah. Your newish car had it. What's your newish car? Yeah, the fact that Bitcoin hasn't been able to broke above $80,000 today, honestly, is maybe a bit telling. You know, maybe a bit telling. Who knows? 6 months ago. Okay. Yeah, Volvos are nice. Mm, 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 mm. No. And then to mm. Mm. So here goes another push again. Another push. Yeah, they are because it's a yeah, Goldie. Yep, exactly. And then for let's do. Okay. So it looks like that last candle actually closed above, and it's wanting to push again. Wanting to push again. No, 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 no. Okay. There's a whole write up for the P. So go to the Bobe How To channel. Scroll up just a little bit. There's a write up there. There's more to the P. So the whole yellow candle and everything else, right? So if you go to the Bobe How To channel, um, it's one of the last screenshots. X. So the markets are going back up, and BTC is going down. uh, were you ever able to get into this thing, Chris? It actually ran all the way to almost $9, Chris. Almost nine. Crazy, huh? Yeah. No. Any questions? I think we'll do an algo class this next Friday. We'll do an algo class this coming Friday. Good job in that, Tim. Well done. Good scalp. I like it. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Again, I'm really, like, I really like how well our community is like scalping these names. Like, I think you guys should be very proud. Very, very proud, because I am. Because I am. Very, very proud, guys. So that's why we will repeat the same thing till the end of time, about strategies, stop losses, blah, blah, blah. Because that's all we do every day. We learn a few things a day, but for the most part, like, we're very repetitive. So we'll keep repeating it until it's in your head and it's stuck and you can hear it in your dreams. And then we'll be happy. Okay, MRNO still looking good. Still looking very nice. Let's go, Pyro. Let's go. Let's go. Cash. There we go. 90. So now you're looking for a nice pop. Okay, so that $3 level, here you come. Okay. Hmm. What's SPY doing actually? The damn thing wants to break out, doesn't it? Ping said, "Let me break out, please. Just let me go." Good job, Greg. Good job. Good job. Good job. Love it. Hmm. Yep, there it goes. Brand new highs of the day. Yeah, just tap new highs of the day. New highs of the day, and then that $3 resistance for now in MRNO is obviously a problem. Ayo Morris, hello, hello. So yeah, so $3 resistance and then sell off. Good job, Greg. Good sell. Good exit. Good exits. How are you, Morris? All right. More playing a consolidation. Am I right? So when uh so when playing breakouts, it looks like stop losses are a bit more than consolidation. I'm not sure I understand, but we've done Saturn. Go to Discord, right? The two I don't maybe you watched the videos. Go to the Legend Pro channel. There's a video on how to play consolidation with the full plan and stop loss. There's a video on how to play breakouts with some details there too. So watch those videos. It's gonna explain it more than anything else. So now SPY is less than $2 away from all-time highs. Less than $2. What happened to the government shutdown? What happened to what happened to everything? Yeah, craziness, huh? Crazy, 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 crazy. Scaled earlier now looking at IPW. IPW pretty okay, sounds good. Hmm. You like these crazy plays, don't you, Chris? This is another like one that isn't super clear, isn't it? So I like that it's finally above the 200 EMA now. You could tell though that your next resistance, if you look left, between 450 and 460. So this one's gonna be a bit interesting. I would say like just like you played the last one, Chris, just let it break out for 450, 460. Alrighty, because the spread is like 20 cents. Like look at that, it's so slow and it's not even moving, and the spread is 20 cents. Right, so you wanna be a bit cautious with that. Damn, the markets are cooking, cooking. Yeah. Uh, what's happening on TikTok? What's banned? Banned on TikTok. So it looks like this one's lost a lot of volume now. So that double top was huge. Huge. So just kind of lost some momentum for now. But see if it can curl again at some point. And SPY, just just going. Is that helping Hood virus? Should be helping. Should be a little bit of greenness. A little bit of greenness. Fuse, yeah, for now it's definitely lost some momentum, but it's still holding above. So like I said, like this level at the bottom here, close to 270, is really important. If you break below this level, it might be done. Between 270 and 265, if we break below that level, yeah, might be done. Alrighty, so you can tell like it's fighting here, isn't it? Fighting for its life. Fighting. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, that was a pretty solid rejection there, though. Solid rejection. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Same thing with BNAI. Like that thing just keeps getting rejected at $30, so that's really not a surprise. $30 rejections. $30 rejections. And Fuse still fighting at 270. Baruch, what's your question on that one? Do you have a question? 285. Yeah, I think we're just it's just lunchtime, right? And lunch is usually pretty slow, so usually pretty slow. Mm, to float on this one. No, doesn't quite show. Doesn't quite show. Mm, uh, not sure. Okay. You're looking for an entry? Okay. Sounds good. Mm, mm. Okay. SWVL. Uh, yeah, definitely not right here. Yeah, wait for a dip back to closer to $2, or wait for a break above 220 is what I'd be looking for. Alrighty. So I'd be waiting for Dipski. Yeah, closer to $2 or break above 220 is what I'd be looking for. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. 60, is that a good entry? Um, Jay? Not. I mean, you're above the 50 EMA there, and it's kind of trying to consolidate. Um, right. So like you should be able to bounce off that level, but I think you rushed it because it's not quite curling yet. But again, it's not a bad spot though. Alrighty. Yeah, 63. Yeah, there you go. You're green in that position now. So you can see that it's consolidating above the 50 up 10 cents. So there you go. Alrighty. Hopefully, you can get back above $1.75 because again, that's going to be the resistance level. The resistance. Yeah. There you go. There you go, Jay. 178. There you go. Nice pop. Right, it's a little bit of consolidation above a key moving average and a nice little pop there. 180 and then some selling. And SPY is just a beast that wants to keep pumping. A beast. Hmm. A beast. GLHL. Oh yeah, it's halted up too. Halted up. Another China name. That was a nice dip though. That was a really nice dip to the 200 EMA. That was really nice. So it came all the way down to almost $4 and then doubled. Crazy, huh? Yeah, that's a really good dip. These China stocks have been crazy, 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 crazy. What's your position? Was Simsa? What's your position in DKI? True. Yeah, at least Trump isn't yapping today all over the place. The market seems a little bit more relaxed today. You got in. You got out at 180. Good job. Yeah, good job. Even if it does keep going higher, that was a good scalp, right? So high five, Jay. Well done. Love it. And then let me take a look at DKI. You're in at 81 cents. Yeah, this one just hasn't been like it just hasn't done anything, right? We were paying attention to it at the open, obviously, but just nothing else. I said this earlier, like as long as it stays above 60 cents, you maybe have a chance, hopefully, right? But it needs to stay above 80 cents, or else. So yeah, watch that 80 cents for now. And make sure you have a stop loss. Yeah, he's yapping somewhere, Raven. And Fuse is trying to curl again. Yep. So again, like if you look at that level between 170 and 165, like it's fighting for its life there. Fighting for its life. Mm, on Friday. Hmm. Seems interesting. Mm, uh, mm. Yeah, see, that was a really good exit, right, Jay? Look at that. You sold at 180, it's back below one. You're almost back to break even, right? Like that would have been so annoying. So again, like these names are scalps for now. Scalp. Mm, 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 mm. Scalp. Mm, 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 mm. You got in with $10,000. You bought $10,000 worth of DKI. Lord have mercy. $10,000 worth of DKI. Of all the stocks, Wasim, of all the stocks you could buy, you had to pick the one that was below the 200, below the VWAP, below Jesus Christ, below. Why? Why this one? Why this one? Why this one to put $10,000 in? Anyways, let's hope we can stay above 60 cents. Let's hope. Alrighty. Not the best of plays. Again, sometimes guys we risk too much money without the right education, It's too much money's on the line. It's too much money's on the line without having, the proper stock, the right education, the proper plan. And that's how we lose a lot of money. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I want to give a shout out. Thanks to you and Raw for the Saturday class. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for all you do. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, absolutely. I think again we like the yeah I don't know, to us the most amazing thing you can do is is help someone else, so that's why we put so much effort into educating and all of that stuff rather than just pump and dumps and buy this, sell that, stuff like that. So yep. It makes his head swell. No, it doesn't. It does not. I promise. It does not. You know what does though? When someone does something stupid then when they're not supposed to. Like when someone buys a stock at $10 and then they're like, "Oh, it's 2 cents now. What do I do? Do I sell it now?" Yeah, that definitely does. Because I want to come to your house and fight you. Shit doesn't make you taller. Wow. Yes, yes. Yeah, no, DKI just doesn't look good at all. Not good at all. This one's still halted up. JLHL still halted up. Still halted up. And Fuse is still looking okay with that, bottom hold. And yeah, again, it's lunchtime, so it's a bit slow now. So a little bit slow. Mm. Yeah, SPY is really holding up Bitcoin today. If it wasn't for SPY, Bitcoin would be at zero. Zero. Complete zero. Craziness, huh? Complete zero. CJMB still needs volume here. Maybe a play for later on today, CJMB. A play for later on today. Well, maybe 100. You're being a drama queen. No, you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean, right? Right. Come on, something move. Move is halted up, by the way. Definitely is a scam. I'm not happy. I'm not happy they didn't give me my dips at 74 this morning. Raven and Dan. I was really looking forward to those dips. I'm like, please just keep it there till the market opens, please. Or pre-market at least. Please. Nope. Nope. Minis. Minis. Jerk chicken pizza. That sounds amazing. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Jerk chicken pizza. Mm-mm-mm. That made me hungry. Hungry, hungry. Mm. Hmm. Mm. Okay. I should have bought a four spy and been all green. George? Yeah. No, spy's been good today. It's been good. He's in a deep sleep, or having some pizza. Having some pizza. Dang, it's really slow now. Just really, really slow. Really, really slow. And this one's been halted a damn long time. You're a little red today? You need to change that name to from Red Hill to Green Hill or something. Change it, please. Help change the psychology. You guys are talking about lunch, and it's only a six. Where are you from? I think I asked you already. Tracks. Where are you from? It's 10:30 for me. 10:30. But then it's lunchtime, and he's already had lunch and breakfast. He's thinking about dinner now. Unbelievable. Ah, unbelievable. Like the Alcatraz? Oh, okay. Okay, Alcatraz. Sounds good. Again, Jay, good job on taking profits in this thing at 180. Well done. You should be very happy with that. If not, if you didn't do that, you'd be red, 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 red. So good job. Good jobs. New Zealand? Okay, very cool. New Zealand. Do, 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 do. With her frozen pipes. Now you're going to okay, okay, sounds good then. Sounds good. Don't break the pipes with those big hands, please. Yeah. Don't break the pipes with those big hands. Next thing you know, the whole neighborhood is flooding with poops because of you. Okay? Please and thank you. That's very nice of you though, Dan. That's very nice. That is very nice. Again, the beauty of the humans we have around us. Very nice, Dan. And after that you can have some lunch and a nap and a movie. She's a sweet neighbor? No, that's good. Yeah. That's very nice. Very, very nice. You just started trading? Okay, sounds good. Yeah. So go to the new trader education channel in Discord and just go from the top to the bottom. Alrighty. Take a look at some of the screenshots, watch the videos, and when you're done, you're gonna be so much better. And then paper trade while you're doing that. So paper trade and do that, and you're gonna make some amazing progress. That's a really long halt in this one, J Long. Julong Holdings. I'll make you hungry. Check out the recipe channel. Okay, let me take a look. Let me recipes and foods. Oh my goodness, unbelievable! Some shrimp. Let's go, Raven. Yeah, that looks nice. You should eat that with some plantains or some rice or something. Mm-mm-mm. Sheesh. Definitely hungry. Definitely. Yeah, Winterfell. That's been a long halt. Very long halt. Oh yeah. Bread. Oh, okay, that's good too. Don't know after no, no, no. DKI. Again, it's just been trending down. At least for now, though, it looks like you're no longer creating brand new lows. So hopefully, it can bounce back up, Samir. Feed at 270, Missy. No, did you? Oh, there goes the on hold, guys. See, stuff like this, like it's stuff like this is beautiful when you're in it. When you're not in it, it's just annoying. Just annoying. And it's halted up again at 1080. Is anybody in this one? Anybody FOMO? Anybody? Doo-doo-doo. 447 Eve. Wow, nice. Good job. See, but you've doubled the monies. Doubled the monies. You might do one share. Why? Just because you never know. Next thing it's at $300. Yeah, stuff like this is just you can't really do any technicals on this. The dip was good though. Like the dip and the curl from the bottom, that was nice. But now that it's halting up like that, it's a bit more complicated. A bit more complicated. A bit more complicated. See you in Discord, KB. Enjoy your pizza. Have a wonderful lunch. We'll probably hop off in like 15 minutes or so and then go back to Discord too. So 10-15 minutes and then we shall go back to the Discords. I know, right? We'll see. Okay. TLIH. TLIH. And guess what? The S&P is shooting back up like a beast. Brand new highs of the day again. Again. Beautiful. Beautiful. And Bitcoin is still below $80,000, which is quite surprising. Very, very surprising. But maybe at some point it's going to wake up and run. Maybe. But then again, it's a scam though, so who knows? CGMB is looking weak now after that double top. Yeah, this is why, again, like when you see double tops, you have to make a decision. Alrighty? Double top, scale out, move your stop loss up. If it hits, it hits, right? Like I said, though, this might be a name for later, so we'll see if they can consolidate somewhere else. And then go from there. Uh, uh-oh. Is it halted up? No, it's actually halted down now. Yeah, it's actually halted down this time. JLHL. So 1080 back to 940. See, this is the part that's scary about names like this is you honestly just never know. Yeah, really, 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 really never know. You really, really never know. No, it's slow. Very, very slow. Everything we're looking at is just kind of going sideways. TLIH. Let me take a look at that one. TLIH. Yeah, even this one had a pop and then hit a double top. Yeah, right below 60 cents there. Yeah. Any thoughts on Fuse, Steph? No, no thoughts really. Right? It's looking very weak, but it's still in that same like 165, 265, 270 range. Alrighty, yeah. So the push was nice, right? The double top was nice. Had to take those gains. Now watch that support at the bottom here. You could honestly move that line. I say 65 because you could honestly put that line there at 63. So you really needed to stay above this level because if you break down there, yeah, the might be dead skis. Yep. It's been fighting here, but just not enough. MJ made the shorts kill it. Yep, there goes a slap. They said, no, thank you. I hope you took your monies. They said, you're not below the 200 in the VWAP. So, yep, again, the run was nice, right? Just don't get greedy. And more, yeah, everything is looking super weak now. Super, super weak. Super, super weak. Is that the daily? Oh, okay. Mm, I think maybe for greedy people, MJ, right? There's no way. Like a lot of people were selling Fuse on the way up, right? 140, 150. So I think the only way you would have been trapped on this is if you see a double top in the red zone and you don't want to take those profits, then yeah, maybe, right? So if you're greedy, then yeah, Fuse could have trapped you, but that was still a very nice pop though. A very very nice pop. A very very nice pop. Slow, slow, slow. Hura is pushing for the highs of the day. Hura, hura, hura. Mm, this candles now look suspicious. Yep, exactly, Raven. Exactly. Mm, okay. Something move, something move, something move. We need some explosive candles. Mm, 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 mm. Choo, 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 choo. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 do. Cold. Do you have a question, Cohen? Do you have a question? Why is it so slow, guys? Why is it so slow? Why is it so slow? It's been a good day though. It's been a good day, right? Pre-market was good. DKI was good in pre-market. That was a good run. Fuse was good. As weak as it looks now, is very good. CGMB was good. There were a whole bunch of good plays in the morning. Fuse was excellent at the open. Excellent. Yeah, MRNO has done like he's done well, right? They did really well with the rally there, and then Dipski. So now everything is just super slow. You know what doesn't look good? Anyways, I'm not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. Do, 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 do. Ah, yep. Yeah, no, let's give it 5 more minutes, guys, and then we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord. Alrighty. So 5 more minutes and then we'll hop off and go back to GG squads and continue the party over there. And hopefully the monies can show up as well. You dodged. Why? What happened, Marla? Were you about to jump into that thing? I think if there's one thing you need to work on, Marla, it's that, because we show up to the open, and we're like, hey, DKI, DKI, we don't mind it, we don't mind it, but then at the open, it just never does anything, right? So then we immediately move to Fuse, and Fuse cooks, right? So, um, yeah, you just never know if these names are gonna do anything. So if they're not performing, my bid at $1 didn't go through. Okay, good. Yeah, that's why, again, Alec, you asked this question earlier, right? I'm not a fan of just leaving stuff there, because you really never know. The last time we were at $1, like $1 was a weird spot, anyways, right? Because that support was closer to 90 cents right there. Once we broke below 90 cents, it was dead. Look at that, right? Once you break below that support like that, especially with below the 200 and the VWAP, it's just been trash. So, but it's done an okay job holding 60 cents. If you're still in this one, it really needs to just stay above 60 cents. Really, really needs to stay above 60 cents. Early scalp before your workday. Okay. To remove her some teeth. Okay, okay. Stay green, everybody. Kevin, have a wonderful rest of the day. Maybe we'll see you later. Alrighty. Yeah. Kaylin, have a green day as well. Are you green for the day? You should be green. You played with Fuse. Yeah. Bye from Haley and me. Bye, Kaylin. Bye, Haley. See you guys later. Thank you, Tim. Mr. Manchester United. See you in Discord. Good job. Bye, Haley. Some cookies, please. Sunny, have a blessed day as well. Yeah, we'll hop off in a few minutes and then continue in Discord. It is slow, isn't it? But again, it seems to be like this every day, though, and then we get to the end of the day and it's rockets, fireworks. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, before you go if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe if you're new. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots. Come join us. You missed a 4,000% gain on Friday. So when you're not a member in Discord, sometimes you miss out on crazy things. 4,000%, guys. Think about that. Crazy, huh? You're gonna miss another one. Quick question: why does stop loss feel lower from what I set it? If you set it market stop, it's gonna if the stock is dropping, it will probably your stop loss price is the trigger price, and then it will fill for whatever price it can get you. I'd rather you do that than put a stop limit though, because if it drops too quickly and it doesn't hit your stop loss, and then it keeps dropping, now you're gonna be way lower. CM, see you later. See you in Discord. Frank, thank you again. See you in Discord. Later, Morris. $17 green better than $1 red. Yep. Yup, yup. Yes, yes. And yeah, let me know if you have any last questions and then we'll hop off. Let me know. Raven, see you in Discord. Take care as well. See you in Discord. Go buy the float for CJMB Raven, so it can pump. Buy the whole float. The whole float. Okay. Hmm. Uh, Dan, are you in the chat? Not Dan. Dan. Dan Avery, are you in the chat? I'm just looking at my calendar. For some reason, you're on the one-on-one list again. TLIH with a nice pop. Unless he meant to use Rob's calendar link. Past. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah. Wife is looking at me right now like, no, you better not. Come on. Unbelievable. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. Those are some nice pops. You just have that supply zone here on TLIH. Supply zones. Do, 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 do. Everything just became rubbish. Anyways, guys, we're gonna leave it here for the day. Desmond, have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you, Desmond. Alrighty, again, be safe. Don't do anything scary, please. And let's make some monies after lunchtime. Alrighty, let's cook. So again, be safe. Much love. Thank you very much for the support, and have a wonderful afternoon. Go get a snack and then be back. Alrighty. Later, Yang. Rush, take care. Bye, Dan. Later, Didi. Take care, Steph. Bye, guys. Bye, Jake. See ya. Bye.